Welcome to the 2012 He Could Go All the Way Fantasy Football Draft Lottery. I'm just going to go over a quick little thing. I know you guys don't really care about these balls spread out right here, but we're basically going to do a draft lottery using ping pong balls this year. So first I want to give a quick overview of the season, and then we'll get going. This year we have a lot of sponsors I have to go over real quick. We got the Bruins, Miele, Coho, Mac, Apple. You know, they really needed to get their name out there some more, so they wanted to come to us. He Could Go All the Way Fantasy Football League. We got Utz Pretzels and Coors Light. We also have Victoria's Secret Deck Hockey Team. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. I think that's it. Yeah, so that's good. We'll get into some news we have. There won't be any rule changes this year. I think everything is, we've ironed out all the hard stuff. Waivers will be rolling, so don't go spending a waiver claim on friggin' Brandon Jacobs when he's out because you think Ahmad Bradshaw might be hurt in 3 weeks. Why not just wait till he's a free agent on Thursday instead of wasting a waiver claim when you have the number one waiver claim? Wait till you get a guy like a couple years, pick up Miles Austin or, something like Jamal Charles was out there a couple years ago. Don't go wasting waiver wires because if you're number one and you claim someone, you drop to 10, and you might never get back to number one. Some of us are pretty smart. Figure weeks 2, 3, 4 don't really matter to us on waivers. We'll wait till we're the number 1 or 2 come week 10, and we really need that player. So just throwing that out there because I know that was one complaint people had last year was that, every week the team with the worst rating. No, that's bullshit. It's not my fault. It's not our other team's fault that you picked up Brandon Jacobs with the number one waiver claim when he's a piece of garbage. So that's not getting changed. So use your waiver claim smartly. Wait till Thursday if you think the guy's going to be there, and just pick him up as a free agent. Because if you pick up a guy as a free agent and don't use a waiver claim, you stay at that number one spot. Had to get that off my chest. Sweating. I spent all day working on this. One piece of news is Clear Eyes, Full Hearts. Jimmy Olsen, my cousin, he will be gone this year. He could not find a draft date that works for him. So what we decided to do was I called up one of my friends, Eric Velez, and he's going to join. He brings in a pretty strong resume for fantasy football. He's been in a couple keeper leagues with some of his other friends. He's won a couple of those. He's had some tough years with injuries that he's battled through to, stay relevant, that's really all we can ask is you stay relevant. The Octagon, they took over a team that was irrelevant. They're still irrelevant. They did make some nice moves getting Matt Stafford, Brandon Pettigrew connection. They'll probably end up keeping Eric Decker. I don't even know if that's who they have, but they'll think Peyton Mann's going to turn him into a 90-catch, 40,000-yard guy with 42 touchdowns. And that's probably why they'll end up in last again. Going up the list, we've got World's Greatest Rick, who's got the best team every year out of anyone, but never wins. Sorry, Rick. Bros Before Shankos, Adam, you do a lot of fantasy league with us. We all love you, but sometimes you got to make some moves. It's all right. We get you. You're a Rangers fan. They've been saying the same thing about the Rangers for years. Shut up about Nash. The Eagles, you're a great fan with the Eagles, so, maybe they'll win more than 7 games this year. Who knows with their all-stars Pro Bowl team. Oh, yeah, good job trading away Asante Samuel, by the way. Continuing the NWO, they probably, I think, after draft day will have the best team on paper. They just have to draft the best players available, and the roster will handle themselves. They've got keepers Darren McFadden, Jimmy Graham, and A.J. Green. And they have the number 1 pick in the draft. So right there you have Ray Rice and McFadden. That's a deadly backfield. And Green and Graham, you're good. Swole Train, good team name last year. Time to change it. Let's get on that. Bob, you're all right. You get unlucky. You get guys like Ahmad Bradshaw and Akeem Nicks who are injury prone. Very up and down weeks. They'll go for 25 points 1 week, 5 the next. It's really hard to play with those guys. It's all right. The Teabaggers, they're going to be right up there with Gronk and Cam Newton. They're going to be on paper coming out of the draft. You're going to look and be like, Jesus Christ. But I don't think that many teams are going to let Cam Newton do what he did for you last year. I think they'll kind of contain him, just very similar to Vic. I think he'll still be a top 10 fantasy quarterback, but And I also think the Patriots have too many weapons to allow Gronk to score 17 again. I still think he'll be, 70 to 80, 1,000 yards, and then maybe, 10 to 12 touchdowns, which will still be a top tight end, top 2 tight end after Jimmy Graham. But good start. Twin Peaks, they're probably going to end up keeping both Peyton and Eli Manning. Drafted Peyton in like the 9th round last year, so that'll be an 8th round keeper this year. On 9th round keeper because he didn't play a game, so you get him for the same round you drafted him in. He's got Victor Cruz, Fred Jackson, C.J. Spiller, Steve Smith, all guys that could be kept. But I'd probably go Eli, Victor connection. You build your quarterback, you double dip connection, and maybe you take a chance on Fred or C.J. I don't really know. That's just they got a decent team. Clear Eyes Full Hearts has changed their team name to the Thundering Herd. Pretty cool name, after We Are Marshall. Terry Glenn. I don't know why I said that. Did Terry Glenn go to Marshall? I don't think Terry Glenn did. I forget. I meant Troy Brown. I don't know what I was doing. Chad Pennington went there. Cool. You've got Vic, Matt Ryan, Marshawn Lynch, Dwayne Bowe, and Jordy Nelson. You probably got Vic and Nelson as your 1-2. Then you got to tackle yourself between Lynch and Bowe. It really depends. Bo just signed his tender, so now he might be in. Good. Law firm, they've got the Tebow connection. They probably won't keep him. They've got the best overall keeper. Maybe not best value keeper, but Arian Foster, I think, is still like a 5th round pick or something, which is great for them. So, and then Conan Ginger Dunk has Hernandez, Ryan Matthews, and Jeremy Maclin. So that decent start. I wouldn't give them any upper hand like they've had the last 2 years being the most dominant team alive. But we'll see how it goes. I hope everyone has a good year. I mean, you got to look at last year's the best scoring team was Catalina, followed by Twin Peaks. Probably the most lucky team was Clear Eyes Full Hearts, as they scored the second least amount of points, but still made it to the semifinals, and then ended up winning in the consolation game. Our Bros and Bros had a tough year. They were right there as like the 4th highest scoring team, but didn't have a good run. That's just what happens. They've got LaShawn McCoy, so I think they'll be all right. So now we're going to continue on right into the draft lottery next. Welcome back. I'm going to do the draft lottery in 1 second. Just going to set up the iPad to record this way so there's no tomfoolery going on. All right, so let's start recording here. Welcome, iPad. Welcome, Mac. Welcome, fantasy football draft lottery contestants. So, as I said, we're going to do the balls. We've got 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. You know what you have. Octagon 5, World's Greatest Bros 4, 4, Swole and Herd, Swole and T-Bags 3, 3, Herd, and someone else 2, me and the law firm with 1. At that point, we're just going to go through it. If while spinning, a ball comes out, they'll get the next pick available, which will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. If I pick your name again, that was already on the board, you'll just get displaced in the discard pile. You can see the bottle's clear. You guys won't be able to see it, but I'll show an example of the team name, on this camera. As you can see, as you can see, they're taped on there pretty nicely. At this point, I'm just going to throw the balls in. And just to verify, when we're done, I'll continue picking balls out of there and laying them with their team. And at the end, I'll show the camera that there's 5, so everyone believes that the right balls are in there. I should have done it to start. I don't know why I didn't. It slipped my mind. They're in a pile. Couldn't really do it. So, here we go. And with the number 1 pick in the draft goes to the NWO. The NWO. I did this for Brad. He texted me today saying he didn't really feel like he needed to be part of it because they already knew they had the number 1 pick from the Tournament of Terribleness. it's a little showmanship. So now we'll get on to the real stuff. Who really cares? Here we go. With the number 2 pick, we'll go to Swole. Swole Train. Robert M. I don't think it's been on it. Is it M? Robert Matthews. On to the number 3 pick. World's Greatest. World's Greatest. I'm sure he'll be ecstatic with that. I'm sure he'll be ecstatic with that. The number 4 goes to the Herd. The Thundering Herd gets 4. Whew. So far, it's gone not really according to plan. It's crazy right now that we've got NWO, Swole, Worlds, and Herd. On to 5, it's the Teabags. The Catalina Teabaggers. Wow. So nowhere to be found was the heavy top 2 favorite of the Octagon. I mean, just the way the balls fall. I mean, they're in here. We got 5 of them. I don't know where they are. Here we go. And the Octagon comes out for 6. And it's the Octagon for 6. So, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty good. Herd gets a good jump. Octagon with the big fall. Really, that's what I see here. That seems a little bit off. I mean, if the Herd and Octagon had switched, I think. But I mean, like we said, it's the complete luck of the draw. It's unfortunate. And the next ball to come out is Twin Peaks with 7. This is crazy that we've had 6 balls come out and we have not had a double. We have not had doubles. It could be a while now until we get an individual. Here we go. And Conan Ginger Junk O'Brien. Conan Ginger Junk O'Brien gets 8. Wow. So it'll be 8 straight balls have come out. 8 without a double. So it's down to Bros and Law Firm left for 9 and 10. So if one comes out, the draft's over. Quickest thing I've ever seen. I thought I would have been here at least a half hour. At least. I'm ecstatic. And the 9 pick, the Octagon finally comes out again. We have our first double, folks. We have our first double. I just threw my pen across the room. Swole comes out again. Swole comes out again. Just let me grab my pen. So now we're starting to get the doubles. That should have been expected throughout this whole thing. The way the ping pong balls fall. The NBA. David Stern. Gary Bettman. Here we go. Will we have the 9th pick? We will not. It's Twin Peaks. I think they're right there. Twin Peaks. And Octagon again. Where are they? The Octagon comes again. For 9, the Herd come again. The Herd come again. That's kind of funny. There we go. The 9, who will it be? Who will it be? The Law Firm gets 9. That means Bros will have 10. Law Firm gets 9. We'll go just to get all the balls out of the bucket, but it'll be NWO, Swole, World's Greatest, the Thundering Herd, the new member, Teabaggers, Octagon, Twin Peaks, Conan Ginger Junk O'Brien, The Law Firm, and Bros Before Shakos. Bros Before Shakos. So now I'll just continue picking out. You guys can head out if you want. I'm just going to go rapid fire here. Teabaggers are next. Where are they? Octagon. World's Greatest. Teabaggers again. World's Greatest. Octagon again. It's crazy that Bros Before Chicos have not come out. They have 3 in there. There is only 6 left. There they go. Bros with the number 10. They have the number 10 and 11. I would want to be there if I were them. 10 and 11 could be 8. There they go again. There they go. They get 3 straight. There should be an award for that, but there isn't. World's Greatest. His final ball. Bros gets their 4th. That's crazy. They get their 4th ball. And there we go. And it's swole. It's swole. So, as you can see, we have NWO Swole, World's Greatest, Thundering Herd, Teabaggers, Octagon, Twin Peaks, Conan, Law Firm, and Bros. From last year's standings, which is crazy, it should have been NWO, which it was. We knew that. Then, logically, it should have been Octagon. They'd fall to 6. Then, it could have been World's Greatest or Bros. World's Greatest fell in right where he was supposed to at 3. Bros slips all the way to 10th. They have the 4th best odds in the whole draft. 4th best odds, and they fall all the way to 10. This is like... I would compare it to Pittsburgh getting back-to-back number 1 picks or whatever it was, and like 4 out of the top 3 picks in consecutive drafts. That's how fixed it has to be. Like, I'm sorry, Adam. I can't explain it. Just Utz pretzels. They must have not liked you. I'm sorry. I'm shocked. 4 balls, and they were down to 6 balls left in the whole container, and that's how long it took for them to come out. Then we'll move on. The Thundering Herd, who only had 2, they fall into the 4th spot with Vic, Lynch, Jordy Nelson, or Bo. I mean, right there, you got 4. You're fine. You're fine. Then, the Teabaggers, they had 3. You could see them fitting in there. And the second biggest slip, the Octagon, who had the best odds, fall all the way to 5. I mean, 6. 6. Fall all the way to 6. That's kind of a shocker. They should have been 2 or 3. They fall to 6. It's the luck of the draw. Then we go with Twin Peaks, not too high. Probably about a 1-spot jump from where they should have been into 7. Conan, gets 8. Not really a crazy jump from 9 or 10 where he slotted, one extra ball. Law Firm also gets a bump up from what could have been 9 or 10 to 9. They could, if they had been 10, they're pretty decent because, what's going to happen is I bet you Conan will steal a guy from them. They're going to steal a guy coming back that he wanted. It's going to be fun. And then Bros, we've already talked about them. Their record wasn't that bad last year, though. They were 7-6. You got to think with Lashady, McCoy coming back. You got to just... I'm still in shock. So, that'll end our night. I'll pull the iPad. I'm going to show the balls real quick. As you can see, it's been crazy right now. So, we've got all the balls right there. Bros down the bottom there. Then we've got Octagon up top with Law Firm, NWO. Just crazy events here. So, say bye to Apple. Say bye to... I can't get it to stand up. Say bye to the Bruins, Milek, Coho. We'll have, if there's a hockey season, we'll have a draft soon. Mac, Apple, Utz, and Coors. And good luck, everyone. Absolute shock at Conan. Absolute shock at Bros Before Chenkos. Still.